course, that Jason Moloney, 18-1. Goodluck Mrema, 24-4. Will he be a prospect? Will he be a challenger, Mrema? We'll find out in a few short moments. Over to Dave Ella.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching live around the world tonight, from Byron Bay to Buckingham Palace, from New York to Naples, or right here on Australia's beautiful Tweed coast, it's main event time. Let's bring on the boom. 10 rounds of boxing action for the WBA Oceania Bantamweight title. Here we go. Let's welcome the challenger in the red corner. Please welcome Goodluck Mrema.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. With the knots.
Oh, the man with an absolutely huge job ahead of him. The king of the jungle, Goodluck Mrema. Capacity crowd here for Boxmania 6, presented to you by Altitude at the toy box. Mrema, will he be able to shake it up? Will he be able to issue the challenge to Jason Moloney? Upset the Moloney party. He looks confident. We'll find out soon whether he can back it up.
And in the blue corner, please welcome to the ring, Jason Moloney. Please be upstanding for the national anthems of Tanzania and Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing action for the WBA Oceania Bantamweight title, all thanks to our sponsors, Ultra Tune. First of all, introducing, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 53.2 kilos. His fight record, 27 fights, 23 wins, 13 by way of knockout. Training at the PST gym in Tanzania, he fights out of East Africa, the king of the jungle, Goodluck Mrema. Fighting out of our blue corner, he weighed in at 53.4 kilos. 19 fights, 18 wins, 15 by way of knockout as he trains under Angelo Hyder at the Kingscliff Boxing Stables. He is the current WBA Oceania Bantamweight champion, the smooth one, Jason Moloney.
Gentlemen, keep it clean at all times, protect yourselves at all times, and you must obey my commands. Touch gloves back to your corner.
10 rounds of boxing. Justin Kennedy is our referee in charge.
As Justin Kennedy calls the fighters in and gets them underway in our first round of our main event. Boxing Mania number 6, a big thank you to Ultra Tune. And of course, Peter Maniata's favourite venue on the Gold Coast, the Toy Box.
Certainly is, mate.
Find him there any other weekend when he's on the Goldie.
Jason Moloney here, he's going to look to get in rounds because he's looking for a world title shot himself. And Mrema here has to be a guy that's going to give him rounds here tonight because Andrew missed out before and Jason does not want to miss out. They need a good quality hit out. And Jason Moloney came out to the man down under, Greenie. You just about put the mouth guard in, mate. You thought you were coming out. That's your song.
Mate, I heard the bell ring. I was all over the shop. Mate, I was just about starting to swing. But
I thought you had a copyright on it, Greenie.
No, mate. He texts me. He's such a beautiful guy. He's mate, you might have used it. Mate, it's not my song number 1. I'd be stoked if you use it because everyone loves it. I'd come out to every song since the Olympic Games, and mate, it was a great feeling. And it took me back a bit then, but
the hairs on the back of your neck just poking out a little bit. I think they were your hairs.
Without doubt, mate. But the hairs were up on the back of my neck more in October last year when he took on Emmanuel Rodriguez, Jason Moloney, for the IBF World Bantamweight Championship, and it was an extremely close.
What an effort!
Yeah,
the travel overseas and to do that. It means you belong at that level, doesn't it?
Rodriguez was an Olympian for Puerto Rico, and that is an incredible feat because it's such a strong boxing nation with an incredible amount of depth. And Moloney, if it had gone 15 rounds, the old school boxing, the old style of 15 rounds, Moloney would have won by KO. That
probably
shows you how classy he is and shows you the great job that Angelo Hyder and the team with Tony Nobbs did on getting him in prime condition.
Well, also been signed by Top Rank, which is a great performance. Brad Jacobs involved in the telecast here. Great man, Brad, from Miami. If he's listening in, a good friend of mine. We used to have many a good day in Macau and catch a ferry across to Hong Kong. Great Top Rank man. And Brad Goodman, the matchmaker, Sean Gibbons. I'm sure they're all watching on ESPN, all the great American people, because the Maloneys are starting to make international exposure, aren't they, Greenie? And that brings a smile to your face.
It's awesome. And Top Rank, they don't sign mugs, and they've signed the Moloney boys because they can see the absolute potential. They can see 2 world champions in the making, and they want a piece of it.
Two brothers, twin brothers. They're just marketing gold, really, aren't they? They really are.
Well, for the people at home who don't know much about them, they are absolutely the most consummate professionals that I've come across in the sport of boxing. They really are. They live and breathe the sport of boxing. They never leave a stone unturned. They are incredible, and they are such wonderful human beings, such caring, genuine blokes. But when the bell goes, goodness me, they're terrible.
Good representatives for Aussie boxing, just like your good self, Greenie. Certainly keeping the standard high and putting a very positive spin on boxing as a sport generally.
We mentioned before as well, bouts like this aren't possible without the support of Ultra Tune Auto Service Centres.
kind of a feel-out round there, boys. Wasn't a lot of action, you know. It was
Jason Moloney done enough to win it, though.
Without doubt, mate. But, you know, Goodluck Mrema. Is he pronounced his name Mrema? You know what? He's going to need a fair bit of his first name involved here, but good luck, because he's really up against it. Moloney's on a mission.
Might have to go to altitude and get a bit of a tune-up in between rounds.
He might be getting a tune-up as we speak.
Just lift the elbow and just bring that hand down. Bring that hand down, then I want you to set it up for a nice 45 hook like Andrew.
Highlights for me watching any fight when Angelo Hyder's around and just listening in the corner. Was one of my favourite parts of watching you fight.
Mate, he was he's an outstanding corner man because he reads what the other fighter's doing so well. And you know what, talking about ultra-tune, if Jason Moloney starts going the body as he was asked to do, and he knows to do, you know what, he's going to have to maybe go and get a few new pistons because there might be a few misfiring.
Mrema's fought in the Philippines, Russia and Scotland too. He fought a bloke called Marlon Tapalis, a former world champion in the Philippines. That was on a January Penalosa card on ESPN 5. So he has travelled, and he is a good journeyman. He's looking for his first win abroad, though, on the road. So
if we look at their last 12 fights, of the last 12 fights, Moloney's had 7 by KO, and Mrema's had 6 of the last 12 by KO or TKO, I should say. So they have both of them have good power capabilities in their hands.
At the moment, Jace is following Mrema around. He's got to cut him off, got to cut that ring off because Mrema's moving to his left a lot. He's got to cut that ring off and throw that counter right hand and kind of just stop him from going away. But Mrema's having a bit of success with those uppercuts there. He's got to be careful, Jace.
He's certainly having a dip. Don't think he's going to follow the mould of the last Tanzanian.
Well, these are difficult fights for any fighter who is expected to be victorious because he's an absolute underdog, Goodluck. But you know what? He's having a dig, and it's very dangerous because he has nothing to lose, whereas Jason's got everything to lose.
Exactly. And it's hard for Jason to get up for these kind of fights sometimes because he's expected to win and win by knockout, isn't he?
Well, for those at home who say he's expected to win, it means that he has more experience and he has fought better opposition. But in the sport of boxing, there's 2 people in there, and anyone can win at any one given time.
As I say, everybody has a puncher's chance, and especially at this level. And the Tanzanian, he's not orthodox. He's capable of doing something that you just can't account for.
Well, just ask Joshua and Ruiz. Ruiz did not read the script, did he?
Well, mate, when Ruiz fought Joseph Parker in New Zealand, went the distance, that was a very, very hard, close fight. And Anthony Joshua, my wife picked it. She goes, "Here's something wrong with this bloke, Joshua." Before the fight started, she goes, "Something wrong with this bloke," and she picked it. He's not right. He's going to lose this fight before the bell went.
Did she have a wager on it?
She didn't, mate.
She would have been kicking herself.
Mate, she gave up gambling a long time ago. But she won the lottery when she went.
Won the lottery.
She didn't need gambling, mate. She won the lottery when she met me,
She met Farlap, did she? Mr. Farlap.
Well, thanks very much, Pete. Appreciate that, mate.
Mrema, he's some good movement. He's keeping his punch output out, so he hasn't been, he's been competitive this round.
Yeah, Moloney just stalking him, though. Oh, look at that beautifully timed hook, but Tanzanian, he is evasive and very hard to read, Peter, as well.
I'd like to see if Angelo Hyder gives him the instructions to punch the chest and punch the body instead of aiming for the head. Jace is just a bit too active, a bit too anxious to hit him clean. Got to slow it down.
Well, I've left my Tanzanian interpreter book at home, so we'll have more hope about listening to Ange, I think.
He said, don't look at that corner. Don't look at the commentators over there. The bloke in the suit on the end there, the handsome one. He's going to give you bad instructions. He's talking about you, Pete.
Goodluck, Mrema. Capable of anything, really. Throwing at all angles. bit of unorthodox guard and throwing from all sorts of weird angles. Moloney has to stick to the game plan, and as you were saying, Greenie, straight down the middle.
You saw in the replay, both boys threw big right hands, and if that had landed on Jason Maloney's chin, he could have been in all sorts of trouble. So that's why it's a dangerous fight.
Very well said, Greenie. They did both load up at the same time. Russian roulette type of stuff.
Nice head movement there from Moloney.
Look at the defence of Jason Moloney. Both boys are carbon copies of each other. They're so compact, they don't waste any shots, and their hand-eye coordination is just impeccable. Look, he's not getting tagged clean at all. He's slipping, he's rolling, he's missing shots, he's pulling off. He's such a clever fighter, but he's having a tough task working out the puzzle that is Goodluck Mrema.
I think also, Greenie, there's a lot more pressure on Moloney on this fight, obviously with the signing of Top Rank. He's expected to just take this one beyond doubt. You know, it's like the pressure on the fighter. You could probably explain this to the people watching at home. It's not only getting in, trying to win and have a very worthy opponent in front of you. It's then all that external stuff that takes can play a thing as well, couldn't it?
Very good point, Hammer. He's a hometown hero. He's expected to be victorious against a guy that we don't really know much about. The crowd don't really know much about. He hasn't got as good a record. He hasn't fought as good opposition. But that doesn't mean this guy's not a world-class fighter, and he's proving it by hanging tough with a world-class fighter and a soon-to-be world champion, in my opinion. But these are the dangerous fights, and I would guarantee that Jason and Andrew both would have been super nervous before their bouts. And it's kind of showing, because Jason's having a tough time tagging this guy clean.
Mrema's got beautiful movement, though. You've got to give him credit. Good footwork, circles around, good head movement. And he's not a stationary target. He's not been target practice.
But that's what I'm sort of alluding to there, Peter, is the fact that the fight for Moloney would have been even before this. It would have been, you know, the weeks before, thinking, I can't let anything go wrong.
He's fought for a world title. He's been over in a big stage. Look, he's at home at the moment. Mrema's not been a stationary target, so obviously it's going to take rounds to try and chop him down.
Oh, but good right hand there.
Oh, big left hook.
Counter shot. He just ate a right hand and then counters with a beautiful shot, Moloney.
Beautifully done, Moloney. Is he going to get up? Mrema, is he going to get up?
All out. Massive win from Jason Moloney.
Wow, that was a beautiful shot.
It was a left hook right on the button. We need to see the replay, but I'm pretty sure it was a left hook.
It was that...
just before the shot, he ate a right hand and then boom.
It was that delayed reaction. Just as we were speaking, it was that delayed reaction. Mrema was looking amazing.
Here we go.
Let's have a look at how it went down.
Mrema, good movement.
He lands a right hand just before it finishes.
Left hook there, miss.
Nice left hook. Moloney just lined
coming up now. Bang.
That was it.
The left hook.
Nice, tight, turning left
short
hook.
left hook.
Right in the button.
Right
got around the glove.
Right in front of the ear.
Perfectly timed, beautifully executed.
That's three good rounds that Moloney got out, because Mrema gave him movement and gave him a bit of a hit out.
Oh, look, man, it was like someone pulled Mrema off the top of a dashboard in a car. He was one of those bobbleheads that just move around with a Hawaiian skirt on. The hula dancer just going... He just moves so much. Really, really difficult target. But that shows the class and the power that Jason Moloney possesses with a one-punch KO.
Just having a look again at how it went down, and it was just a turn.
He knew he was hurt. He just turned straight away.
Well and truly in the fog was Mrema.
And people at home go, well,
bang.
Well, it took a while. Those punches, they take a while to detonate, and that had proper power.
Well, Moloney...
This class is a very good night of boxing, fellas. Captain Foley and
wow, that was a good shot.
What a fight we had there.
See his whole head rattle then.
All the pressure, all the build-up, all the anticipation, and bang. Jason Moloney has delivered.
Short left hook.
And done it beautifully.
Some great fights here tonight, and finish off with a cracking one-punch KO by the smooth one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, no need to go to the judges' scorecards for this one. Our referee, Justin Kennedy, has stopped this fight at a time of 2 minutes, 23 seconds gone of the third round. Your winner by TKO, and still the WBA Oceania Bantamweight Champion, the smooth one, Jason Moloney.
Oh, no, Greeny's getting that mouth. Where's the mouth guard, Greeny?
I'm going to put it out there, boys. I reckon Jason's more handsome than Andrew. Just saying, fellas.
Well,
here we go, the winner's photo.
Certainly a good night at the office again for Team Moloney. And
I'm sure there's a lot of relief in the camp. I'm sure their father Darryl will be able to chill now and he'd stop shaking because he gets very nervous, understandably. But
crack a few open, you reckon, a few beers?
Oh, look, he might pull the top off a couple, mate. I wouldn't be surprised. But, you know, the boys have worked very hard. It was unfortunate that their original opponents from Mexico ran into visa troubles.
Yeah, we'd love to see that.
It would have been a different night, but still, to finish on a high. And, you know, it was a great night here. The fights we saw were outstanding, apart from, unfortunately...
Amataki was unbelievable, too.
Over to Dave Allen now, who's going to have a few words with the champ.
Mate, that was an absolute cracker of a left hook you got there.
Yeah, it was. Credit to Goodluck and Mrema. He was having a good crack. I think that shot puts away most people in my division. We've been training really hard for this fight and constantly improving under Angelo Hyder, and we're ready to take on anyone in the division now, I feel. This is the 12th time I've defended the WBA Oceania title, and now we're ready for anyone in the division. The WBA world title's just become vacant, and I want to fight the #1 contender, Laborio Solis, and hopefully we can make that fight happen for my next fight.
Well, I tell you what, you came out looking absolute hungry for this fight. Like, you could see it in your eyes. You wanted to keep that belt no matter what. You said that's the 12th time you've defended it. A lot of people would be getting a bit blasé about it, but you were like, nah, I am out there taking this thing home again.
Yeah, that's right. Me and Andrew, we're so hungry, we're so determined, and we just really want to be Australia's next world champions, and we're on that verge right now, and we're not taking the foot off the pedal. We're working really hard every day, and we're thankful that we've got so many great people behind us, supporting us and allowing us to give everything to this sport. So firstly, I want to thank my naming rights sponsor, Forest One, Australian Forest Products formerly. I want to thank the Plumbing Trade Employees Union for all their support since day one. And I want to thank Ultra Tune for sponsoring tonight's event and sponsoring this fight and making this happen. I want to thank Nick from Kingston Boxing and Dragonfire for putting on this event and making us stay active. I want to thank the WBA for another great opportunity, and as I said, hopefully the next fight I can fight for the WBA world title.
And just before you go, I mean, that'd obviously be absolutely awesome if you get a shot at that WBA world title, but you're going, exciting news, you're going to America, you've been signed by Top Rank. How important is that for you right now?
That's exactly what we want. We want to face the toughest fights out there, throw us in the deep end. Me and Andrew can swim. We want to bring world titles back to Australia, defend them here, and reign for many, many years and put Australian boxing back on the map.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen this guy deliver an absolutely devastating left hook to retain his WBA Oceania title. Absolutely awesome. Give it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen, the smooth one.
Thank you. And one last thing, thank you to everyone who came out tonight to support me and Andrew. Spent your hard-earned dollars. Many of you flew from interstate. Thank you so much for your support. We love you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Jason Moloney. Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw Jason Moloney defend successfully for the 12th time his WBA Oceania bantamweight title, looking for a shot at the world title. Let's keep the fingers crossed that he can do that. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name's Dave Ella, and until we see you next time, keep your hands up. Good night.
Well, guys, what a night of action. It's been an absolute pleasure to call it all with you. And it started with Mosi Amatagi, and wasn't he a revelation?
Very impressive, Mosi Amatagi. The bookies got it right. We could see him there. He landed too many power shots early and wore down Kerry Foley.
That was a fantastic effort. Both boys had a real dig. Amatagi really showed his power in his class.
Probably and of course there was a bit of confusion there from Benghazi, but nevertheless, winners are grinners, and Andrew Moloney.
That reminded me when I was young when Mum used to give me beans in my plate.
Except there was a dummy.
Regan Turner, same box, 6 good rounds. The 7th round, landed his power shots and got Whitelaw out of there.
Deso and Whitelaw.
New Australian light heavyweight
certainly
champion.
entertained.
Mate, he was so happy to win the light heavyweight Australian title. Great.
Very proud.
And then, of course, our main event. We were on the edge of our seats, and what a great job from Moloney. But until next time, Boxing Mania number 7, on behalf of myself, Mark the Hammer Castanini, Peter Maniatis and Danny Green, we'll see you next time.
I shoot my shot, then she wetty like on Shaq, wetty like on Shaq, wetty like on Shaq. I got cold.